choice, I am not sure, but Freddie had a lot of input in all of the videos. He always met up with the director once they decided this song was going to happen. He would meet up with the director and come up with ideas. I mean, he would always listen to what the other members of the band wanted, but he would do what he wanted.
Can you imagine Queen these days on stage, for example?
On stage, no. Freddie wouldn't.
Obviously with Freddie.
Yeah, no, I mean, he wouldn't perform. He would be 65 this year. There's no way a 65-year-old can climb up the PA. Yeah, but he uses his same little area and he doesn't move out of it. No, Freddie always, when the Rolling Stones were going out on tour again, when Status Quo were going out on tour again, he says, what is the matter with them? You know, because for him, the show was all about the presentation, not just going on, performing the music. You had to give a show. And there's only so much the lights and the sound and everything can do. You still have to give the visuals. And he felt, as he was getting older, that he couldn't give what he gave earlier. I mean, and this is why he knew physically, you know, by the time he got to 50, he would not be able to do the things he did when he was 30. So he'd already made up his mind that when he got to a certain age, he would not perform anymore. He just didn't feel it just didn't look right to have an old man trying to run around the stage.
Madonna can do anything.
Yeah, she's not an old man. Who? Yeah, but he still doesn't... He's not doing anything different than he has done all the time, but it's always in a much smaller space. When you look at Freddie, if the stage was 80 meters, he would be there, up there, over there, back there. He used the whole stage, and that's what he felt was part of his presentation.
I would like to know when approximately Freddie got sick, HIV, when did he know about it? When he did let the band know about it? And the miracle tour was really in plans? Miracle concert tour?
No. Okay, Freddie found out in 1987 that he had AIDS. That put paid to any touring. Once he knew he had AIDS, there was no way he could go for the medical that would be required for the insurance for the tour without the world finding out his AIDS status. So, as soon as he knew in 1987 that he had AIDS, then he knew there would be no more tours. He didn't tell the band for about 2 years. He kept them just, you know, no, I've got a problem with my liver, you know. But, because the thing is, for Freddie, this illness was something that he could tell people about, because it was something about him. It was not for the rest of the world. And he wanted to keep as few people knowing about it as possible for as long as possible. The reason that he didn't tell the rest of the band was because he wanted to carry on working, he wanted to carry on recording. He never wanted anyone to say, oh look, you're sick, it's okay, we'll go easy, we'll do. He never wanted pity, he never wanted anybody to make an allowance for him because he's sick. So if people didn't know he was sick, then they would just treat him as normal. And that's why he didn't tell people. One more and then we've got to get on with other things. And I'm going to be around for another day and a half.
Freddie talked about Pollo's recent free or back company or never. It's only let's say that it's perfect.
Well, it fitted. It fitted because they'd already decided they were going to work with him. No, I mean, Freddie liked Free. He, you know, like so many of us like the band Free. I mean, I remember from when I was this big, listening to Wishing Well and to All Right Now. Maybe, for me, it would have been nicer if they'd gone on tour with Ian Hunter, who Freddie had worked with, who they'd worked with before, you know, with Mott the Hoople. Maybe that would have been a good choice, but I think when it comes down to it, it gave the world a chance again to see Brian and Roger performing. So however they went out and did it, you know, for them, it was good. I must admit, I saw the last tour, I saw two shows, one in Arnhem and one in Prague, which one or two people were at, I believe, making me really embarrassed. But I've never seen Brian performing so well in years, even with Queen. He never used the whole stage like he did with this tour. And it gave them and the rest of us an opportunity to see these wonderful musicians again. Okay, now, enough. We've got work to do. We have an auction to do. So,
I want a picture, yeah? Picture.
oh, first of all, yes, everybody's got to come on stage and we will have a photograph that will go onto Facebook and every other social network.